Yeah! Woohoo!
Welcome back. The holiday crazy season is upon us in full force. It started, say, 5 minutes after the last trick-or-treaters went to bed on a sugar high. Now, for all 5 of you true Xan fans who regularly watch, this won't come as a big shock, but I'm Jewish.
What?
My big winter holiday came early this year and has already been done for more than a week now. I've been pretty lucky to live in a place where my Jewishness hasn't ever really been a problem. But when I was a little kid, it was a bit more weird. There were a lot of things about the winter holidays that I just didn't get. Only one day of presents? Big honking Christmas trees? Don't these people have cats? Caroling, Santa Claus, and especially the elf on the shelf. Thanks, Craig, for getting that little gem stuck in my head.
No problemo, my pharaoh.
As it has been explained to me, a scout elf sits on a shelf in a family's home during the holiday season to observe the children's behavior before snitching back to Santa Claus each night. Then the little rat fink comes back each day to spy again. Aside from some very obvious problems with this, like the fact that there are no black or brown elves, the normalization of surveillance culture, or the general creepiness of the whole mishigash, the thing that really bugs me is that this new tradition is tied into the very old tradition of parents lying to their children. So, here's the thing. Put very simply, parents really need to stop lying to their kids.
Yeah.
Psychologists have studied the long-term effects of parental deceptions on the mental health and welfare of their children. A study conducted in 2017 by Jocelyn Cargill and Drew Curtis found that people who remembered frequent parental lying during childhood were much more likely to say that they were dissatisfied with the relationship that they had with their parents. But Xander, I can hear parents saying everywhere.
Parents don't sound like that.
You should listen to yourself on recording every now and then. A few little white lies don't hurt anyone. No. White lies hurt everyone. Just take a look at the 1/6 insurrection. But I digress.
Oh, damn.
Hiding body parts under a pillow for a cash-toting, teeth-eating fey creature to collect while they sleep is just a story. A rabbit that delivers chocolate eggs because some Jewish guy got nailed to a tree for telling the truth to Iron Age Romans is just religion. An obese, elderly dude that lives in a hyper-secret northern location with his wife and hundreds of polar leprechauns that spies on you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake, and knows when you've been bad or good, so be good, or no bike for you, you ungrateful little shit. Santa is merely harmless holiday hijinks. But let me take a side trip here for just a moment. Consider it a public service announcement of sorts. People, quit telling your kids that the big, expensive, fancy schmancy, over-the-top gift is from Santa. Not only are you giving a completely fictional character unearned glory for your hard work and maxed-out credit card, but you're also exacerbating problems for your children, or for children that aren't even your own. Little kids have been told that Santa brings gifts to good children. So what happens to the poor kid that got a big bag of socks and underbreeches from Santa when his classmate got a $3,000 electric mini Land Rover from the old fat man? That is a really shitty thing to do to kids that already have it rough enough being shamed for free school lunches. But, once again, these are just little white lies. White lies matter. Wait.
I don't think that's right.
The bigger lies are the ones that have long-term effects. A 2014 article in Psychology Today by licensed child clinical psychologist Dr. Kate Roberts gives examples of lies parents need to stop telling if they hope to raise reasonably well-adjusted children into hopefully not completely mentally twisted adults. High on the list are lies told about family problems like illnesses. Mommy just has a bit of a cold, when mommy clearly has cancer. Relationship lies like, mommy and daddy are getting divorced, but they still really love each other. Or, mommy and daddy were just disagreeing very loudly. That lamp has always been broken. No, this isn't a black eye. Just stop gaslighting your children about their feelings or about dead pets. Yes, Timmy, you are really pissed off. And no, Mr. Scruffles did not go live on a clover-laden gerbil farm in Oklahoma. I mean, it would be sin enough to say that something lives in Oklahoma. Why do you do this? Just be honest about things that are going on in their world. Kids these days, as young as kindergarten, go through active shooter drills. It does them no good to deny or sugarcoat school violence. Stop telling them they can't have a pet because they have allergies that you just made up, and not because you don't want to get stuck cleaning the litter box for the next 10 days, or years, or the rest of your life. Stop making up excuses for missing their second-grade tribute to the Beach Boys' massive catalog of hits because you wanted to get your drink on after work with the office girls. And please, stop telling them that everything is going to be okay. Sometimes it isn't going to be okay. Sometimes things are going to be really fucked up. And speaking of fucked up, just another little side note while I have your attention. Can we please stop with the whole "you can't say bad words in front of children" thing? Finally. Seriously. They have the internet. They have friends. They have phones. They have eyeballs and ears. And if your parents haven't called you a jackass to your face once or twice, you probably went to boarding school.
Jackass.
And if you sincerely think that your kids haven't heard cuss words, you are living in the same fantasy land where the elf on the shelf is anything other than a tiny snitch that deserves a long, wet ride in the garbage disposal.
Elf on the Shelf's got you a bit riled up there, buddy.
All I'm saying is that snitches get stitches.
Well, yeah, as they should. Nobody likes a narc.
Because you know what they say, Sergei. Smiert spionum.
What's that mean?
Just death to spies.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Whether it's TF2 or snitches in general, death.
Cool.
In any case, children are quite resilient. I'm not saying you should give gory bullet-by-bullet headshot details about the latest school massacre. I'm not saying you should give vivid descriptions of finding daddy in bed with a crackhead hooker as the reason why he no longer has unsupervised visitation rights. I'm not saying you should sit them down with you when you figure out which utility is going to be paid super late so the other one won't get cut off this month. I am saying, don't lie to your kids. I'll give you an example. One day, when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I came home from religious school and repeated a less than savory pejorative phrase about same-sex oriented people. I won't repeat the word here, it was pretty bad. Now, don't freak out. I heard it from some of the other kids that went to my Hebrew school. They were from an Orthodox family that had moved to Austin from God knows where. Probably someplace with no manners. But that's not what's important. They were shitty kids from a shittier family. So anyway, there I was with a cute little face, bright shiny eyes, repeating a phrase that even Dave Chappelle wouldn't use. Or maybe he would. Once again, not the point. Instead of freaking out, instead of being all judgy, instead of assuming I was the shithead, my parents, in their infinite wisdom, asked me where I'd heard it and what I thought it meant. And I had no idea. They patiently explained it to me in a way that a first grader could understand what homosexuality was. They told me that sometimes two men or two ladies will fall in love the way that a mommy and daddy do. They explained that love is love, and everyone deserves a forever person, even if both of those people happen to have schmeckles.
Yeah, schmeckles.
They didn't have to be graphic. I didn't need diagrams. They put things in words that I could understand at the level of understanding I was at. And then we moved on. Probably helped a great deal that I was really into Doctor Who at the time, and Captain Jack Harkness was one of my favorite characters. After the 10th Doctor, of course. Most importantly, they didn't lie to me. Research suggests that lying to kids, even those little white lies, like Santa is a real guy, or white supremacist cops don't murder unarmed black people, can have long-term negative effects. If you lie to them now on something trivial, how will they ever believe you when it really matters? We'll be right back with comedian, actress, and really cool person, Marilyn Ricecub. Stick around.
Woo! Yeah!